It was thought to be impossible to make a screen-accurate yet transformable figure of Stinger from Transformers Age of Extinction. And Unique Toys proved us wrong again. This is YouTube's first in-depth review of their latest release, Red Destroyer. Look at this muscular and aggressive silhouette that projects fear without saying a word. That's the Stinger we know. Unique Toys gets a Bay explosion for their constantly improving aesthetic. It features Unique Toys' signature flat back with zero backpack. The torso is super clean and rich in details, going the extra mile with pistons on the abs and springs by the hips. Another for the level of detail. The Ninja Stars are a huge win. No parts forming needed for the alt mode and tons of articulation. Another Bay explosion well earned. However, they're not the most fun to play with. Some spikes are so loose that they become undone when you grab the figure. For that, it gets a Bumblebee. The beefy lower legs are another huge win. The car kibbles are all folded in, giving it that beautiful curvy look with that rugged calves. And we finally have that accurate Bumblebee feet with the full package of heels and pipes poking out. Awesome! The only visible kibble are the headlights behind the shoulders. The CG model warps them, but for a figure, this is as screen accurate as it gets without fake parts. The overall bot mode accuracy gets a big explosion. Awesome! 90% is sturdy ABS plastic, thick and slightly flexible, similar to that of Unique Toys Dino. That flexibility will help with transformation. Some key joints and parts are nylon and die-cast metal to prevent breakage. Awesome! It's also lightweight like Dino, so Unique Toys didn't put in any ratchet joints. He doesn't need them anyway, as all joints are tight and on point. He's fully painted, much appreciated. The color is tricky though. In the movie, Stinger shifts between red and burgundy depending on the lighting. The same happens with the figure, sometimes burgundy, other times purple under different light. Having it in hand though, the color makes sense, especially in alt mode. In fact, the problem is actually the paint finish. It's more like a pearl finish, making the color lighter or pinkier to our eyes when it should be more metallic or shiny. So he doesn't get a big explosion this time. And he's also missing some silver and gold highlights here and there. For example, the details on his back are completely lost in the black paint. And fans have already spoken up about the missing color in his fingers. He needs some manicure, y'all. For that, he gets a Bumblebee. Unlike Unique Toys' early figures, Stinger is really versatile. Arms articulation? Check. FYI, the bicep is locked in due to transformation. The rotation is instead by the elbow. Torso articulation? Check. Leg articulation? Also check. Just be mindful of these hip springs when you pose the legs. They can get damaged if you don't tuck them away first. Articulation gets awesome. The knee pads can move in and out for the knee bend. I just wish they were bigger to cover the gap more. Also, be extra careful with these when straightening the legs, because the knees can crash into the lower legs. Articulated hands have finally been added to Unique Toys playbook. That's individually articulated fingers plus wrists that can rotate 360 and rock in and out. Head and hands articulation deserves more love in figures, y'all. So another big explosion here. Awesome! It comes with not two, but one Dino's blade in unpainted burgundy plastic. Classic Unique Toys goofiness. I'll give them a Shuhua milk for being cringy. There's also a pair of Bumblebee's missile launchers. Foreshadowing much? Stinger's arm cannon can attach on the side, but I prefer putting it on the backside like in the movie. But it's quite loose in this case. I still think the cannon can be bigger. Size matters, Unique Toys. Talking about size, Stinger is a head taller than the old NPM3 Bumblebee, and about the same as the best third-party car bots. And before you get into scale police mode, hear me out. All these characters are completely made up with CGI. The movies designed them to look cool, rather than be physically grounded in science or even visually consistent from shot to shot. Arguing about robot sizes doesn't get you anywhere. As long as the vehicle modes scale well, I'm happy because they exist in real life, and you can look them up. A big explosion for Stinger for keeping it in scale.
Awesome.
We start by packing up the ninja stars. It can get tedious, so I prefer setting them aside entirely for ultimate. Just like Dino, the legs form the sides of the car. The steps in this order make the most sense for clearance. Make sure the calf piece is tucked into the metal piece of the foot. And I recommend leaving these panels like that for now. You'll see why soon. With both legs done, don't forget to tuck away the hip springs. Next, we work our way to the torso, getting the chest ready. Only then do we unleash the black magic by opening the torso from the sides. Before you get too excited, please make sure you open the side panels all the way to the front until they click, so there's enough clearance for the collars to fold up and tap in. Apply a bit of force on the plastic to get that right. Now this is the trickiest step. Make sure to tuck the chest spikes into the lower legs while closing the car roof. If you don't rage at least once here, you are doing it wrong. Now we can wrap up the loose ends. This mold has some impressive precision. Most panels tap in seamlessly. One more big explosion for the engineering.
Awesome.
Next, we tuck the tail between the legs. And make sure these toes connect to the windshield from underneath. There are multiple tabs in different spots to secure each moving part. That's engineering at its finest. Lastly, we turn the arms into the car front. Make sure the thumb is tucked into the fist. This is also tricky as we fold and rotate the arms to fit under the hood. Then we connect the elbows with the feet. The headlights should come last for a clean finish. There you have it, the Pagani Highway. Simply stunning and spot on. Easily the best looking supercar in my entire collection. And he rolls smoothly, just not too far. You know, he just prefers vibing over racing. The sculpted and painted details are sharp, especially the headlights and taillights, despite not being clear plastic. Still awesome for this Ultimo. Finally, a gorgeous and transformable Stinger figure for my movie masterpiece collection. Just look at this happy bunch. Stinger earned 11 Bay explosions for engineering, screen accuracy, articulation, scale, and more. 2 Bumblebees for paint issues and loose ninja stars, and 1 Shuhua milk for cringy accessory choice. Could he have been better? Yes. Is he worthy as is? Also yes. Unique Toys has never been perfect, but they've kept us Bayverse fans going. So let's help boost Stinger sales so we can get that Bumblebee.